Hey, Wayne here, and today I'm going to check out a step-through foldable bike from a company I've never heard from before called WTVA. Let's see if it's any good. Yeah, okay, let's put it together. Okay. Okay, so something to note is before you put this front fender on, make sure you mount this light in here too first. This is a good looking bike so far. And I gotta say, it looks pretty darn good. It looks pretty good. I'm liking what I see so far. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's quickly go over some of the parts on this bike. The tires are 20-inch by 4-inch wide tires. I think it's pronounced Chow Yang or Chow Yang. I've never heard of them, but they look like really good tires. They're really knobby. You'll be able to ride this bike in, on the pavement, dirt, gravel, sand, snow. I don't think it'll have any problems with rain. So other than the electronics on it, so. They seem like they're pretty well protected, but the tires look like they can handle pretty much anything. So the rear hub motor, it's a 750 watt rear hub motor. And for the battery, you've got a 48 volt battery that you can remove. You could charge it here on the bike, or you can take it in your house and charge it up there. This seat, for some reason, it's an oversized seat. It's not really big, but it's a little bit bigger than your average seat, and it's cushiony and has these springs back here. It's really comfortable. So this is kind of like a bit of an upgrade compared to the seats that come on most of the bikes that I have. This seat seems to be a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable. I don't know if I'll change it out later, but for now, it seems really good. I'm fine with it. Another thing I want to mention is this chain ring. So on a lot of these bikes, they have like a 48 tooth chain ring or somewhere around there. And that usually seems a little bit small when you get up to your higher speeds and you're trying to pedal. You can't really feel that you're pedaling. There's no resistance. But this one has a 52 tooth chain ring, which makes a big difference. And I'm really glad that they did that and appreciate it. So WTVA, thanks for that. The pedals here, they also fold. Since it's a folding bike, why not, right? So you pull that in and you pull. So those will also fold up. So when you are packing it up in your car, you don't have this hitting down on the carpet. So that's a plus. This is where you remove the pin so that you can open this up and fold the bike or lock it back up for when you're riding. So that seems pretty solid. I'm going to go over that later and see how easy or hard that is to do. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, the derailleur is a Tourney SIS Index Tourney derailleur, and that seems fine. I had to do a little bit of an adjustment on that. I wasn't getting up to all the gears, but just a slight adjustment, and it works fine. So the brakes are front and rear disc brakes. I will post the size somewhere because I don't have it on the top of my head. But the brakes, they say that they are Logan, by Logan. I've, again, never heard of Logan, but they seem to brake just fine. So no problems there. Let's see, you got front suspension, which you can ride open or locked, which is always a nice thing to be able to do. And it has a front headlight. Something I forgot to mention on the back, it's got a rear tail light that turns on when you turn the front light on. So if you turn the lights on, both of them will go on. When you press the brake, it'll get a little brighter. So that's really cool. In addition, they've added a luggage, or not, a rack. They added a rack to the back of this bike, And this is really, it feels really solid, and I think it can hold up to about 50, 55 pounds. Back up to the front, as I mentioned, it's got these, it's got a headlight. Seems pretty bright. I haven't tried it at night yet, so I'll report back on that in a little bit further down in the video. And here we are a little further in the video, and yes, I would say the headlight is very bright. And moving up, we've got this arm here that you have to twist and pull open to drop the handlebar when you're folding it. And you have another little lever right here that you can open and raise this up in case you want the bike to be set for maybe a taller person. And this here, these parts, the brake levers and everything, the handlebar, you can flip this up and you can adjust. So that's really cool. And these brake levers have a name on there, Wuxing, W-U-X-I-N-G. Again, never heard of it, but they work fine with the Logan brakes, disc brakes. And you have a Shimano 7-speed gear shift. And this bike is the first bike that I have that instead of the thumb throttle, it has a twist throttle. And I don't know, I'm fine with either or. Not a big deal to me. So it's fine. No problem there either. Okay, let's go over the display really quick. To power it on, you press and hold M. Once it's on, I always like to turn the headlight and brake light on. So press and hold the plus button. And now the screen is also brighter. So really quick, you got your headlight, your current speed, your battery power, your assist level, and your odometer. So to change the mode for the power assist, just press the plus button. And of course, take it back down. Now, something to mention is that battery level. That'll change depending on what mode you're in. So if you're at 5, it's going to come down when you're riding a bit. And you'll see if you bring the modes down to a weaker speed, obviously the battery will have more power, will last longer, it will go back up. So that's just something to be aware of. The menu right here for the odometer, you can change by pressing the M button. Now you've got trip, voltage, current, and time. So that'll show you how long it's been on. I'm going to put it back to odometer. Now, there are some settings in here. If you're in the United States, these bikes are supposed to be up to 20 miles per hour with pedal assist. So to do that, you would press and hold the plus and minus, and you have all these different PO numbers. So I don't remember which one is for the speed, but it's in the manual. Just find the PO area, the power assist area, and press this. It doesn't stay on long, so you gotta be kind of quick. So it has about 17 of these, and some of the things that you can do is go through the modes here till you find the one you want. You could do things like whether you want the throttle or not to work with the pedal assist, or if you just want pedal assist only, you can change the top speed on the bike. You can change how sensitive it is. Different things are in there, so that's something to be aware of. Hey, so here's a quick section on how to fold your bike. So I've sped things up by removing the battery and the seat. That'll make things a lot lighter and easier to carry once the bike is folded. Once you've done that, there's only 3 things left to know, and that's going to be how to unlatch the bike so that you can fold it, which is the second part. And then the third part is unlatching the handlebar and pushing that part down, folding it down. So we're going to show you how to do that right now. One more thing you might want to do is these pedals are foldable, so you can push it in and then just push it down. So, or push it in, push it up. Same thing. So that's another good thing to do, so that when you lay the bike down, it's laying here and not here. Okay? So what you want to do is open this latch, which is very tight for good reason. It's holding the bike together. Pull this lever out. Once you pull it out, lift it up, and you can kind of hear that it's released from here. So while you're holding that up, then you push this side of the bike over to fold it. So I'm going to move over and try to do this gracefully. What I normally do is I turn the steering wheel, the handlebars, inward to help turn the bike while I take it apart. So there it is. It's already coming apart. And then I just roll the front over. And on the bottom, there's a little metal frame that it can rest on. And that's it for that part of the bike. Okay, so now for the handlebar, there is a ring right here that you need to turn counterclockwise. That's holding this latch down. Then pull the latch down and fold the handlebar inward. And that's it. All right, let's get this bike back together so I can get out and ride. And what I need to do now is take this bike out, give it a good run, and report back. So I'm going to do that now. All right, so I'm on some really loose gravel to start off, and the tires are holding up just fine. So yeah, no problem here. This bike, I got to tell you though, yeah, it's fast. Out of the box, this thing is hitting like 28 miles per hour to, I got it to like 32, I think it was. And it's kind of scary, but because I didn't expect it to go that fast. So a lot of fun. I'm gonna probably have to slow it down a little bit. As you can see, the police just went by. If I was speeding, they probably would have pulled me over. So yeah, I'm gonna have to slow that down and lock it down to 20 miles per hour. But right now I am enjoying it. It's a fun bike. Okay, so I'm in the 5th mode right now, and I'm gonna pedal first. Let's see, 20 miles, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28. I'm gonna throttle, and it's holding right there at about 28. So yeah, kind of fast. Okay, I gotta say, when I first received it and I saw how the box was and that a lot of the parts were all loose and possible damage, I didn't have high hopes for this bike. So, but after I took it out and I saw there was no damage, and I thought, hey, it looks pretty darn good. And then my hopes started going up a little bit, but I really didn't expect too much. And then I saw that it had a 52-tooth chain ring on it, which I definitely believe this bike needs. And couldn't believe that they put one on, because so far a lot of my bikes are smaller than that. And 52 just seems like the right size. So when I saw that, I was excited about that. This bike, now that I'm riding it, I'm really excited about it. It's solid, it's quiet, it's powerful. It's got nice big 4-inch wide tires on it. I feel like I could take it anywhere. It folds, so I can fold it up, put it in the car, and take it with me. If I want to exercise though, of course I'll turn the mode down, force myself to pedal more. I like all the settings in the computer. That's pretty nice. In the display, you can change everything. I like that it has a front and rear rack. Well, a rear rack, but it has front and rear lights. I like that a lot. Color's nice and bright. Everybody's gonna see ya. Make a U-turn here. a Louie Yui, as I call it, since my last name is Louie. We have 7 gears that we can use should the pedal assist, if the battery should die. I could go into those if I had to get up a hill or something, but I don't really have any around here, so I'm not going to worry about that. Cold today. Might even rain a little, but I had to get out on this bike. After I rode it up and down my street once just to make sure everything worked, I got very excited about it and couldn't wait to get on this bike. This oversized seat on the bike, very comfortable. Has a little bit of suspension in it. Everything on this bike just seems to work well together. So I'm really happy about this. And the step-thru, my God, it's nice and wide. When I step off this bike or want to step into it, I don't feel like there's no space. There's a lot of space. So my sister broke her foot not too long ago, and she's starting to ride again. And one of the step-thru bikes that I have, she really liked it a lot. This one is really, really wide, so I think this is going to get her back to riding a little bit more, because she could step right into this one. And you have plenty of space between the seat and the handlebar, unlike a lot of e-bikes. I gotta say, this bike has probably been one of the most impressive bikes from a company that I don't even know of so far. I love these foldable bikes, and this one is way up on my scale. So this bike is just really cool, really smooth, really fast. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my channel and use the affiliate link if you want to get one of these bikes. It'll be down below. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. God, this bike is fun. It's smooth, it's powerful, it's quick, it's very solid, and just, you get a lot for your money. You get the rack. Oh, those fenders are pretty cool too. They're pretty wide. They're plastic, but I don't mind. They seem pretty durable. The motor, 750 watt motor. The battery, that's 48 volts. The power. Yeah, this bike is quick. Out of the box, hits about 28 miles per hour. Something I'm probably gonna have to lock down to 20 if I want to keep it a Class 2 bike here in California. Get out there and ride, and I'll see you on the next one.